Welcome to this episode of EagleAir TV. I'm Hendrix Trott.
And I'm Will Rahani.
This episode includes new teachers,
updates to the library,
Eagles Nest,
and boys soccer.
The updates to the library are almost done.
Zoe Walker gives us more.
Over the summer, many renovations were made to the Nixa High School library. Julie Stotts, one of the school's librarians, says these changes were much needed.
So we've got a lot of new improvements for the benefit of the students. Hopefully welcoming, newer, a little more modern, a little more of a college campus feel. The space over by the windows, we needed to add a large rug because the kids were missing kind of the warmth of carpet.
Sailor Powley, an NHS student, enjoys the updates in the library.
I actually really like it a lot. It feels more like a library instead of just like a school library, if that makes any sense. So it's just updated and modern, and it feels more like a comfortable space instead of, oh, this is my school library. Like, it feels like somewhere where I would want to go. Favorite part so far is the different flex seating, and then also like the big glass room like that for classes and that kind of stuff is going to be really nice. So that way people who want to be in the library to just read and that kind of stuff have quiet time, they have their section, and then like classes can still continue.
The renovations are still ongoing right now. For EagleAir TV, this is Zoe Walker reporting.
Soccer season is up and running.
Emery York tells us more.
Our Nixa soccer team is in season. The Branson game on September 5th was senior night.
Varsity junior Jaden Tate says he worked hard against the Branson team.
So my goal against Branson, we were down 0-1 with about 5 minutes left to go in the first half. There was a good cross in by Blake Reynolds, and it went straight to Caden Cloud, and he passed it into me. It bounced around and came to me, to my chest. I chested it down, and a little half volley off the ground, right into the back of the net.
Tate says the team has an important pre-game tradition.
Before every game, we got to pray and give all the glory to God, and that's probably the big tradition.
Ben McGeehee, varsity senior, is looking to strengthen his skills and enjoys the bond between his team and his coach.
My strength is definitely my speed. I'm always working to improve my left foot because it's kind of always been a weakness of mine. I've known Coach Palmer since before junior high, so I'm really close with him, but he takes losses very seriously, and it's a serious thing.
The next soccer game is against Republic on September 26th.
For EagleAir TV, this is Emery York reporting.
The high school has some new faces in its staff.
Will Rahani takes a closer look.
Nixa High School has new teachers for this year. Tyler Killen is a new business teacher.
Before I taught at Central, I actually student taught here at Nixa. My wife and I, we moved down here for my wife's job. We lived in Columbia before that, and I was looking for a place. We live over in Ozark. I was looking for a place to student teach, and I heard good things about Nixa, so I jumped on the bandwagon and student taught here for a semester before I started full-time teaching up at Springfield. When I student taught here, I really enjoyed my experience, and so I wanted to start then, but they actually, one of the business teachers retired, and they didn't fill the position, and so there wasn't an opening. So I went to Central in Springfield, and I really enjoyed my time there, so much so that I didn't intend to leave. I always had kind of said that the only reason I would leave Central was if something opened up at Nixa. And last year they did add the position, and so I was happy to apply, and here I am.
Lisa Moyers is a teacher who previously taught in Georgia.
What made me realize that I wanted to be here was when I started hearing people talk about the kids here, the students, that they were respectful, that the school is just very geared toward raising kids to be the best they can be and not tolerating a lot of extra, you know, just stuff. So it was, the thing that just really grabbed me was that the respect issue.
Thank you to all the teachers here at the high school. For EagleAir TV, this is Will Ruhana.
With multiple Friday night football games, it gets hard to keep up with the highlights.
Blake Edson gives us the plays.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Eagle's Nest, the section where I, your host, Blake Edson, give you the scores from the games around the area. Today we are going for week 3. Pretty wild week, I'd say so myself, but let's jump right into it. And starting off this list, we have Nixa versus Carthage. With Carthage coming in 0-2, they were looking for some hope to save them from a losing season. But Nixa wasn't that hope for them. Nixa won 38-28, making Nixa 3-0 and Carthage 0-3. In my opinion, the MVP of that game was Malachi Ryder, with 14 carries for 117 yards and 3 touchdowns. What a night for the senior running back. Up next, we have some of the most dominant teams in the Ozark Conference, Kickapoo versus Lebanon. Both teams coming in 2-0, one was going to leave with the loss. Sadly, Kickapoo lost that game 34-0, making Lebanon 3-0 and Kickapoo 2-1. The MVP in that game, in my opinion, was Jack Glendenning, who had 19 carries for 152 yards and 1 touchdown. And up next, we have Branson versus Willard. With the score being 6-21, Willard took the win, making Willard 2-1 and Branson 1-2. The MVP of that game for me was Russell Roten. He completed 7 passes on 13 attempts for 143 yards and 2 touchdowns. Our next game, our CLC rivals Ozark played Joplin. But Joplin took the win 28-0, making Joplin 3-0 and Ozark 1-2. The MVP of that game for me was David Thomas, who had 6 receptions for 116 yards with 1 touchdown. With our last game, we have Republic versus Webb City, with Webb City going in 1-1 and Republic going in 2-0. Webb City is looking to recover back from their week 1 loss against Nixa. And they did just that, beating Republic 42-21. The MVP of that game for me was Gabe Johnson, who had 13 carries for 105 yards and 1 touchdown. But you can't count out their defense, who as a whole had 2 sacks, 1 interception, 4 fumble recoveries, and 1 blocked punt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Blake Edson for Eagle's Nest, reporting on EagleAir, giving you the scores you need. Can't wait to give next week's score. Go Eagles.
Hello and welcome to this episode's announcements. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Tanner.
Your book releases in May instead of August.
Football is 4-0.
Hoko theme is Night to Remember on October 6th.
This fall's musical is Wizard of Oz on November 9th, 10th, and 11th. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of EagleAir TV.
Check out the Nixa Journalism website for more content.
Make sure to stick around for EagleAir reviews.
Stay safe and you matter.
We'll see you next time.
I'm Olivia.
I'm Miley.
And I'm Delaney. And today we are reviewing pumpkin spice lattes and Nixa. We are starting with scooters.
I'm gonna rate it a solid 7.
I'm gonna rate it an 8. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Up next, we are reviewing the baked bean, which is over, it used to be Walkabout.
Yes.
And then they renamed it.
I'm gonna start the ratings. I'm gonna say like a 2. I did not taste a single bit of pumpkin in there.
I'm gonna rate it 2 also, because like it's still in my mouth and it's really gross. Okay, I'm gonna give it a 2 also. It doesn't taste bad. There's just no pumpkin and it's just kind of like, it's just milk.
It's just milk.
Yeah, it's just milk. Up next, we are reviewing Starbucks.
As somebody who loves Starbucks, I'm very disappointed in that pumpkin spice latte. I feel really bad because I love Starbucks, but 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna be less nice and give it a 4. I'm gonna say 5.5. Lastly, we are reviewing Cup of Joe's, which is located in the Coyotes parking lot.
They tried really hard. It's just, it didn't hit. None of them did, which is really sad. I'm gonna say like a 6.
Personally, I didn't like get an aftertaste, and I don't know why, but I'm gonna give it 6.5. It was good at first, and then the aftertaste was what was weird. I couldn't really taste pumpkin, so I'm gonna give it a 6. I think we have a clear winner.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, Scooters. Overall, it was the most appealing, it tasted the best, and you got the most for it. All of these were mediums. So,
And there's still cream on the top.
There is still whipped cream on the top. Thank you for watching our video today. I hope you enjoy. Watch the rest of the EagleAir. Bye!
Bye!